there's any question that things have improved. And I'll take you back to, when I was your age. When I was your age, white girls wouldn't date you. White girls wouldn't date you, or because they had it in their mind that there's something about black people, and if they were ever with a black person, somehow they felt like they were going to be polluted in their soul. So white girls wouldn't date you, or if they would, the parents wouldn't let them do it. Today we got West Indians in this country. We had Ghanaians, we had Nigerians, we got black immigrants. Understand this. We got black people who said, I want to go to America, and America let them in. In my day, that didn't happen. Okay? Here's an example. In 1970, 1% of black people were foreign born. And that was the highest it had ever been in history. That is voluntary immigrants. I'm not talking about slavery. In 2005, 8% of blacks were foreign born, which is to say two things happened. They wanted to come.
What percentage in 70?
1.1%. Two things happened. They wanted to come, and America let them in. Historically, America just did not let you in if you were black. They said, you can't come. No. Of course, they say we don't want to come because we don't want to be segregated and treated badly. So that wouldn't have happened. What I'm trying to say is that is not a small change. That's a huge change. And it was the same with Obama. The night of the election, I had a party for black people. Okay, right? Because I sat there and I'm talking with my friend. I'm going, okay, look, we need to have our own party because the white people could get in those ballot booths and they'll go, he's really black. I can't vote for him. I got to vote for McCain. So we knew there was a possibility that though the polls had him up, and most black people were saying that if he's not up by 10 points in the poll, he's going to lose. Because once they get into the ballot box, they may have said we're going to vote for Obama, but they go, I can't do it. So we had a party just with black people because we knew if we were in an integrated party with white people and they said McCain won, we would all be really angry at every white person we knew. Okay, because we would know what happened. So we said, look, let's not mess up our careers. Let's just have a party for ourselves. But that's also
what makes you different, other than your degree and your experiences.
No. You have a lot of what happens in life is stuff you can't control. I mean, I hate to say it, but I see it all the time. I see people who spend a tremendous amount of time working as hard as they can. For some people it happens and the hard work pays off. For other people, they just work hard and it doesn't seem to ever really pay off. So the truth, the real truth of the matter, hard work is not a guarantee that it's going to pay off. But what it is it increases your percentage. It increases the probability that it's going to pay off. See, the reason I guess what I'm trying to convey is, I'm not going to treat you like, in some sense, I'm not going to say to you what I should, because what I should say to you is, work hard, and everybody works hard, it pays off. Because the reality is it doesn't. But that's not why you work. Huh?
And so does intelligence.
It's the same. I mean, it's the same. For a lot of intelligent people, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But the reason you work at it is because when it does come to you, right. Let me back up for just a second. When I say I was the second black person to work at a law firm or the first one to get tenure at Indiana University, right? it's not like there weren't other smart, intelligent, dynamic black people who could have done this before me. Of course there were hundreds of thousands of them. But the society had to change, and those individuals had to change so that they got to the moment where they said, look, well, let's try it this time. Let's try it this time. And that's where my hard work paid off. My hard work paid off because the opportunity came. Sometimes the opportunity doesn't come, but when the opportunity comes, you have to be ready. And that's really why you work hard. But I'd almost say with you guys, there's such a change that's going to go on, not just in this country, but in this entire world. You know, and you're beginning to hear this, and you heard a little of this about Obama going to Russia, where the Russians were saying, well, we're not all that excited about the American president coming because after all, it's America who's responsible for our economic problems now. And when you start looking at all of those bank officers, the Goldman Sachs, the Morgan Stanleys, the Citibanks, the Bank of America, and you start looking at the guys who failed, they were the white males. I mean, effectively what we sat and watched was the white male structure of thinking and organizing the world that failed. And over the long haul, that's going to be a problem that I don't think they're going to be able to overcome. I think what you're going to see, and in some sense you're already beginning to see it, is a depreciation of the white male mentality. They are the ones with their greed that has literally collapsed the entire economic system of the world. And this is not a short-term problem. You know, this is not one that we're through next year or we're through the year after that, or no. I mean, everybody who's really looking at this is saying, they're saying a long time because they're afraid to tell you they don't really see an end yet. And who's to blame? It's Citibank, it's George Bush, it's Bank of America, it's Morgan Stanley, it's Dean Witter, it's the white males. So in a way, you're going to start to see a shift away from that way of thinking to a totally different one. You know, actually, I would say for you guys ought to be excited. I mean, you really truly ought to be, because in a way, you're going to have a chance to make a world as close to the way you want it as any other group of humans have ever had in all of humanity. First, things are happening so much faster. You know, with the instant access, you're connected to people. You know, kind of go back 200 years ago. Somebody wanted to send a letter from Europe to America, they had to put it on a ship. That meant everything happened a lot slower. But now it's instantaneous. And I even see this. I see that I have one daughter who's 27, 25, then I have 17 and 15. And there's not 10 years difference between them. It really is more like 20, 25 years, because things are happening so much faster. Now the good thing from your standpoint is it means you're going to be able to do a lot more. And man, I mean, you got to think about it. All of these people who, if you come to me and say, what is it that higher education